Good evening! Welcome to the stream of Death Stranding 2, Part 8. Normally I would wait until 8 o'clock, but... it's 8 minutes away and I really want to get into this. So, yep, okay, stream system. So, I think last episode we were introduced to the idea of fires being a threat that we're going to encounter, so I have a thing. Big cannon. There, that's cool. Alan, you know how I feel about that word. Take a breathe. Yeah, I'm actually good. Let's see. Okay, let's see, there are no orders here, so... rendezvous with your comrades. Right. Oh, Alan. I finally bit the shield red bullets today. Should have shield red the apocalypse on Friday. Still looking for an Ulamog with the fire.
Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't
fantastic, I
like
do
the way
dicks.
he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying is not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Noted on the game audio, don't you?
I really couldn't say. I certainly haven't ever seen her dance like that before.
It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
Go on, Sam. Follow her into that facility.
Okay, she seems like an interesting character. She can reverse the effects of time falls. Oh. Yeah. Best to speak during quiet moments like this, rather than cutscenes.
Thanks for coming, Sam. I'm sorry about just now. I didn't know who you were at first.
You're the picture of health, Rainey.
You too, little man.
You had some kind of a trick for dealing with time fall?
Rainey, it's been too long.
Fragile.
Can't wait to see you again.
What are we waiting for, Sam? Let's head to the DHV Magellan.
She's definitely an interesting character. Rainy.
Fragile. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet the old-fashioned way. Carograms are great, but nothing beats a hug. Well, I'm sure you already know. This is Rainey. She's a good friend of the cause.
It really is a pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Nice to meet you too.
Glad to see you in good health.
And it's so good to see you all again.
Moby Dick, or The Whale, seems to be one of Tarman's favorite novels. As the name suggests, it's a story about a white sperm whale named Moby Dick. Captain Ahab, one of the main characters, uses a prosthetic leg made of whalebone to replace the one Moby Dick took long ago. He's obsessed with getting revenge against the whale, which he hates with a terrible passion, all while nursing the phantom pain of his lost leg. In the end, Ahab fails to exact vengeance on his foe and is dragged into the sea. His crew's only survivor is Ishmael, the book's narrator. He was rescued after clinging desperately to a coffin-shaped life buoy. That's right, a coffin was his savior. Ironic, isn't it? How you use a thing makes all the difference.
Sam, your next order requires you to recover an escaped kangaroo, the subject of an important experiment. Seems the bushland area it hopped off to is one where the chiral density is extremely high, meaning you'll need to get it back to the animal shelter ASAP to ensure its safety. This is a ticking clock situation, Sam. I'll brief you on the details while you review your map. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal when you're ready to get underway.
Cool. We can rescue some animals.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. Since this is your first order involving the capture and preservation of animals, allow me to provide additional information. The kangaroo you're looking for is somewhere in this area. Once you've arrived, use your Odra deck to begin searching for the creature. You can transport the kangaroo in your standard issue animal carrier. No need to fabricate anything unique. Get close enough to the kangaroo and deploy the carrier to capture it. It will be a bulky piece of cargo, but you should be able to carry it on your back like any other container. However, you will need to traverse some heavily wooded mountains as well as rivers and uneven terrain. Bear this in mind when considering what equipment to take with you. All right, time to proceed with route planning and final preparations.
I can probably get a truck up there.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Oh, brief, half an hour.
What in the world?
We have a situation, Sam. I'm tracking a fresh bushfire near the injured kangaroo's location. Clock's ticking. Secure the poor little bugger ASAP and bring the shelter onto the chiral network. Once the DHV Magellan can join you on site, we'll see what we can do about that fire.
That's a dolphin.
Sam, over there! I see the kangaroo! Get close enough to put it in an animal carrier for transport.
Fire getting closer. Fireman Sam. That joke I've made 1,000 times before.
Sam, it's impossible to put out a fire that's grown this massive. Escape is our only option. We need to find a way out and take it before it's too late. Look out, Sam! Fire! We need to get away from here as quickly as possible. All right, time to make our getaway.
Okay, how many more shelter enemies?
Marked as a dangerous location on your map, Sam. We could get trapped here by the bushfire.
No kidding.
Sure that doesn't happen.
Slightly cooked the kangaroo a bit.
You must be Sam. We've heard all about you from your friends at Drawbridge. Go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
Thank you, Sam. Don't worry about the fire. Rainey will put it out for us.
Tell me though, who is she exactly?
It's been about 6 months now, since I first heard about the girl who brought the rain.
Whenever I stepped outside, the timefall came. There was nothing that I could do to make it stop. And they hated me for it. Including my parents, who told me to leave. I was the witch who brought the timefall. A monster to be locked up in a cage. A few even tried to burn me alive. The most dedicated witch hunters. I struck out on my own. I was alone for so long. In desperation, I enrolled in a special UCA program, hoping to find purpose as a mother.
Hi there. You're safe.
But even after I got pregnant, I still couldn't find anyone willing to take me in.
We need to leave right now.
Please.
God, get out of here!
No one wanted anything to do with me. All they saw was a witch, to be hated and feared. Until that day. I'm so sorry.
Hey there. You're Rainey, aren't you?
Who's asking?
Someone who's been looking for you. For you and your power.
You want my power? Why?
You're a pharmacon. Medicine that can harm, poison that can heal. It's all in how you use it. Want to come work for me? I believe you can save the world.
You do?
There are things only you can accomplish.
Only me. Really?
Really. My name's Fragile. And I'm happy we could finally meet. I'm here for you. For both of you. I'll be your umbrella. And together we'll show the world the hope in your reign. Come on. Who wouldn't want the baby to catch a cold? Come on.
Thank you. That was quite the display. Drawbridge is even more amazing than we'd heard. Thanks to everything you've done for us. The animals are unharmed and the facilities are holding up just fine. It's a wonderful relief. Anyway, I'll check your orders now. Kangaroo seems to be in fine spirits. You took good care of it, I can tell. I can't believe you found this. We'd all but given up hope. I hope you'll continue to work with us.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The kangaroo you rescued seems to be alright, thank goodness. Oh, she's so very special to us, and we're relieved to have her back in one piece. Once she's had a bit more time to recuperate, we'll move her to the reserve next door where you can visit anytime you like. By the way, we've uploaded our decoy hologrenade data to the network. You can trigger it remotely once thrown, creating a distraction that'll lure enemies away. It might just save your life if you run afoul of any troublemakers. Well, we first found her in an area with high concentrations of chiralium. How wild animals are affected by prolonged exposure is something we still don't understand completely. But it's thought this may be a key factor in how chiral creatures come into existence. So, you can see why our wee girl would be an invaluable research subject. It's where we look after the animals in our care. The vegetation around here didn't die out like elsewhere, and we still have a reliable water supply. After we screen each animal in our underground facilities, we release them into the reserve and monitor their health over time. When that kangaroo you rescued is strong enough, we'll move her up top where she'll be able to stretch her legs. That being said, changes in the environment can have a profound impact on many species, causing never-before-seen creatures to appear, throwing the ecosystem into chaos. Which is why we strive to preserve native animals here for future generations. Cheers, Sam. You really helped us out. At this rate, we're poised to lose so many native species that predate the Death Stranding. And once they're gone, there's no getting them back. Between the bushfires caused by chiral cinders and animals behaving strangely and getting hurt, it's been pretty bad. But I've heard that these environmental anomalies might be resolved once and for all when Australia is fully linked up. So I've got high expectations for you and your friends. Speaking of which, how would you feel about assisting us with our preservation efforts? It'd be a simple matter of capturing any wild animals you see out on their own and bringing them to us. Even a few would make a real difference. Give it some thought, eh?
Well done, Sam. Return to the DHP Magellan and report to the bridge. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Rainey and her talents.
Order completed. Well done.
We appreciate it.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
As good as new to me.
When she's outside, Rainey's constantly surrounded by timefall. But within a 1.5 meter radius of her body, a different kind of precipitation is observed. We call it core fall. Anything it touches is restored to an earlier state. In other words, it has the power to heal and repair,
to counteract Timefall's effects. Sadly, people only see the Timefall, and not the remarkable woman standing in the eye of the storm. Still no signs of growth?
I should be due any day now. If things were normal, that is. But the baby's still stuck at 7 months.
She has still baby syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I met a few preppers in Mexico that had something like that.
They're not isolated cases. It seems to be happening everywhere. Though who knows if it's a syndrome or a symptom of something else.
Simply put, the fetus stops growing at about 7 months. To be clear, it doesn't die, but it no longer moves, as if it's frozen in time. Several treatments, including C-sections, have been attempted. Unfortunately, removal from the womb invariably results in death. And while not all pregnancies are affected, it's yet another contributing factor to the already low birth rate. The Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative just isn't enough to compensate.
You got any idea what's causing it?
There's speculation that it's due to an imbalance in the beach itself. I'm sure it's been explained to you before that countless individual beaches exist, a multiverse of beaches, so to speak, and that they are all governed by an upper beach on a higher plane. Expansion of the chiral network to cover the whole UCA may have inadvertently disrupted the link to that beach. Or so they think.
BB units were also 7-month-old fetuses. So it's not hard to believe that the beach might very well influence the unborn.
While I can offer you no concrete answer, I can state that the plan to extend the chiral network into the Australian continent, to take it worldwide, is also intended to help restore balance to the aforementioned upper beach. And in doing so, it is possible that we may resolve the issue of still baby syndrome.
Pleasure to have you with us. Allow me to review the order data. It's like a dream come true, this showing up on our doorstep. We'd written it off, but you made our day.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thank you for your help. We hope you'll visit us again soon.
Order completed. Well done.
Ooh, that is quite a long way away. 5% damage.
Sam, it's Charlie. I'm pleased to inform you that you can now use the map on your ring terminal to check the weather forecast. We utilize information provided by Rainey, as well as local historical data, to make predictions. Take them into consideration when plotting your routes.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
accepted. Thank you.
Sam, Tarman here. A short while ago, the tar currents became incredibly unstable. It's gotten so bad that the DHV Magellan can't travel safely. We're still looking into what might have caused this, and we'll be in touch the second we know more.
Extra batteries just in case. I don't know if you see what I see. I believe I see a small path. Color me curious. Inventor. Okay, well, looks like this is my maximum speed. Why would you build on a small island so far away? This very well hidden land bridge. Not land bridge? Yeah. Underwater bridge. This one. And I'm pretty sure if I go to any of these red sections, that's instant death. I swear if I have to move back this way. This makes for riveting viewing. Is it so?
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that...
Huh. Okay. Anything? Guess I'm gonna walk back.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
I'm pretty sure I could go up and check this figure. Well, definitely a trike. Yeah. Formula. Oh, Alan, you might be interested to hear this. I'm creating an Eldrazi deck. I just don't know what to do with it. It's currently in pieces. I'm trying to find the right vibe that the deck's going to give me. So, Eldrazi in progress. To be fair, the Nightmares were supposed to have Eldrazi in them. They did at one point, but I never ever got round to casting. Too expensive for India by itself. Really do wish I had seen those before walking all the way over there.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Probably not enough cargo here to get any sort of stars. We'll give it a try. I've tried to make a dedicated Eldrazi deck before, but it was just not very consistent and never really could generate the mana. But, yeah. It's all the colorless lands that have problem. They're so pricey. Then you need Ugin from the looks of it to make the decks work. Rather than me doing what I usually do, then that's going to feel tribal. Correct, yeah. I will be running him as the commander.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
I don't know why, but Ugin just never really appealed to me as a dragon. I just don't find him interesting. So, I mean, I've had Ugins before. It's just like, eh. So, regrets.
What business brings you to my doorstep? Wait,
Curiosity.
are you carrying some cargo that got washed away after the quake? I'll need a moment to process and confirm. Well, where on earth did you find this? I've given up on ever seeing it. You, sir, are a good man, and I know I can rely on you.
Hey, almost 2 stars.
You're bringing people into the chiral network, yes? I'd be interested in that. Get me online.
soon as I get access to the zip lines, I'm joining that place up to the mainland. But,
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I think this could prove useful to you. Try it and see if you agree.
an otter? I think I've seen this in trailers. A hood shaped like an otter and designed using all of the inventor's intelligence and know-how. Wearing the hood makes you feel a little like an otter, greatly improving your swimming abilities. I didn't know Sam could swim. When equipped, Sam will automatically pull the hood over his head during periods of timefall or while swimming.
I call this an otter hood. It's an original invention of my very own. Put it on, and you'll find you can float in the water as happily as an otter. You'll never be at risk of drowning ever again. It's guaranteed to make you feel like a born swimmer, which, given the recent flooding, is great for people like me who can't swim at all. I'll bet you could find some use for it too, in your line of work. That's so. Someone else already went and made the same thing. Well, I just think otters are wonderful. You like them too, don't you? Despite being mammals, these adorable mustelids live the better part of their lives in water. Floating on the surface, flat on their backs. Grace personified. In becoming an otter, we can become one with the water. That's why I decided to create this hood. So, if someone else out there had the same idea, I bet we'd get along swimmingly. Anyway, if you don't have their hood, maybe you could still use mine. Though, saying that, I better come up with something new.
I do not recall an otter hood from the first game. Huh. Memory fails me on this.
Thanks, and come back again soon. I'll try to whip up something extra special to give you next time.
Order completed. Well done.
Probably going to be an otter fursuit. Okay, where's the spot?
Order accepted. Thank you.
Yeah, going back to Eldrazi. Yeah, I don't know what I want the deck to actually do. That's the biggest issue. So the Nightmares, there was a very clear idea behind that deck. Nightmare Tribal. I don't know what to do with Eldrazi. I'd want it to be a functional and lethal deck. Like, just, yeah. A real goal in mind for it. A big stomp scary torrent. I suppose I have to build it and then see what the deck feels like it needs to. So that's what the horror is doing. Loud.
Sam, there's an animal that appears to be on its own. This could be a good opportunity to assist the shelter with their preservation initiative.
Right. Got a little cargo under the shelf in the back.
Nice.
A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired. Take care not to attract the enemy's attention.
Very good. I agree, it is a nice song. I accidentally paused it.
I've been thinking about what happened to Lou. Fragile holds herself personally responsible for those tragic events. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that way. Why she blames herself for setting everything in motion. But she's resolved not to let any of it show. To bottle it up and put on a brave face. She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect it's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence, and Higgs wouldn't have it any other way. But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with Lou, to get you back on your feet. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do that, she will. That's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand her position.
That was a nice song. Funny, I was thinking about music for this game. It's a band whose music fits this setting perfectly. Their name is If These Trees Could Talk. Mainly post-rock instrumental. For me, it's the kind of music you listen to against the backdrop of a dying world. It's like burnt trees, just not so much wastelands in terms of human structures, but wastelands in terms of, aftermath of disasters, natural areas like forests or the wilderness, places like that. Beautiful music.
Flying things.
Oh, that's not good. In the words of Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows, Bat! Through. I think it's swarmed. Bats! Run, run, run. I don't think I've ever run from a swarm of bats in any game. Especially electric bats. No, wait, Devil May Cry. Yeah. Ah, that's the one I rescued.
Good evening,
process your orders and requests.
3 out of 4. What? What?
Somebody lend me a hand!
It seems
I didn't forget a piece of cargo. Huh. Let's find out extra piece of cargo later.
Evening to you. We appreciate you working at this late hour. Just checking the order details now. Wow, another wee animal for the reserve. Thank you so much, Sam. Be sure to come back and visit
Yeah,
our new
trophy
friend
as well.
soon. We have some data that we think you might like. Give it a look. We're upping the amount of materials you can...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
This data we've shared with you is the schematic for a holo grenade you can use to conceal your presence. Just toss it somewhere you want to hide, then activate it to generate a hologram that'll fool just about anyone. You can shelter behind, or even inside this hologram if you like. Of course, it won't work if the enemy sees you while you're attempting to hide, but if you use these grenades wisely, you can remain undetected for ages. If you like the sound of that, enjoy.
order completed. Well done.
Can't believe I missed one piece of cargo. Well, charge. Alright, what are boxes?
The iconic kangaroo is a marsupial native to the Australian continent. Found all throughout Australia, this animal is capable of hopping at speeds in excess of 60 kilometers an hour. Behavioral incidents involving kangaroos have been recorded in the past. Please keep this in mind when driving.
Okay, how big is area around this place because I can't seem to place the structure. Are you mental? Good grief, that's so far away.
Let's do this.
Nice. Just like that, Sam.
Kangaroo living his best life. Well, at least the bats are gone. That's still there.
Hey!
That's a spicy way down. I really do wish this thing had tyres more suited for off-roading. Versus whatever racing slicks it has at the moment.
Sam, I was looking into the conditions that led to the bushfire we escaped. It seemed to have been caused by a phenomenon known as chiral cinders. Unlike other items washed up by the currents, cinders violently erupt from the tar and soar through the sky before crashing to the ground. This phenomenon has been observed across the continent and has led to an increase in bushfires. It's one more potential threat to keep an eye out for.
It was literally raining dolphins. Flaming dolphins. I don't think that line's ever been said in the history of ever.
focus on the task at hand. You know, Sam, I'm so glad that we were able to save that kangaroo's life. It's easy to forget that humans aren't the only creatures affected by the Death Stranding. Protecting our remaining wildlife isn't just the right thing to do. It can also help us to better understand how the environment has changed. Ready to launch. On my way back! Okay!
Seriously thought during the day they would have gone away. Not.
Full up. Let's get going then.
Should you encounter such a specimen, please secure and deliver them to the shelter facility. Your facility. Your assistance with this work is greatly appreciated.
Hey there. Thanks for coming to visit us. Reviewing the order details. Look at this bounty. How'd you even get it all here?
I had to make 2 trips.
We'd like you to have this data for everything you've done. See what you think. We're upping the amount of materials you can take from our stores.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
We've developed a new type of hologrenade that produces fake BTs. Most armed groups are terrified of BTs, so they'll clear out the moment they catch sight of anything resembling one. Mind you, if they happen to get close enough to touch the hologram, they'll quickly figure out it isn't real. So, think carefully about where you deploy them. Come back soon. We'll have more for you.
Order completed. Well done.
Central quality target. Quantity target. But that's got bats.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
Okay.
Who am I to resist picking up a horror movie? Great, I've got a disc that is possessed by Phantom. Y'all saw that, right? The hell was that? Moving on.
Gotta stretch my legs.
It's golden color, that's all I saw. It's fast moving. Definitely jumping around in the top parts.
nearby.
Steady.
Why does that look like a fixed position turret?
How'd I do, Sam? Nice catch. Be careful, Sam. Those shells contain tranquilizing gas.
Where the hell did that come from? Okay, so those guys are down. These enemies really do come out of nowhere. I mean, you'll see three. And then... Oh, what's this? What's this? Where? There you go. There you go. Busy. Something down there is throwing grenades at me, and I cannot see anything at all. Apparently, I've got the loudest sniper rifle in the history of man. Kind of achievements. Get up. Oh, really be surprised. But I don't think this is lethal ammunition. Let's go jam.
Keep pace.
still got some in the tank? Sure you do.
Okay, fragile cargo. Forward. Extra careful. How do I use this? Guess I'm gonna need an actual gunner. Off to our final destination. Stop moving for it first then. $2,450 metals, 2,680 ceramics. Okay.
delivery terminal.
Okay, no damage.
Wait, are you Sam? Then does that mean you carried this hefty delivery all the way from West Fort Knott? Way to make an entrance. We welcome you with open arms. Now let's get this cargo of yours processed. Amazing. You handled this delivery with the utmost care. Great work. I certainly wasn't expecting this. What a pleasant surprise you've brought. I hope you'll continue to support us in the days ahead. All right. Can you connect your Cupid to our facility?
There is still a lot of land to unlock.
Wow. Now displaying your current porter grade.
And now we're finally connected to the chiral network. This should make our job so much easier. And to make your job easier, I've gone ahead and shared data for a suit I think you'll love. Oh, right. I also wanted to give you this as thanks.
A blood boomerang. A thrown weapon loaded with Sam's blood. This is especially effective against PTs. The more blood that is loaded, the greater the damage inflicted. But don't overdo it. The boomerang cannot be thrown if Sam's blood levels are too low. Hits to the head do additional damage, can be stowed in a dedicated holster, suited for covert operations.
Introducing the Blood Boomerang. Throw it properly and it'll come right back to your hand. It's a reusable weapon in that regard. Folds up nicely too, so it's quite easy to carry. You'll find it's especially effective against BTs, so give it a try against the next one you meet. With the aid of your network, we should also be able to develop stronger measures to defend against belligerents, which we need since the brigands out west have rapidly improved their arsenal in recent days. Honestly, you couldn't have gotten here at a better time. Thanks be to you, we'll finally be able to focus on our research. As the chiral network has expanded, we're seeing more and more anomalies outside of the bounds of its coverage. This has led the brigands to conclude that the network itself is responsible for the worsening state of the world, which is why they're opposed to its expansion. But it's not like we can sit back and do nothing. If we don't try to improve things, humanity's doomed to go extinct. After I moved to Australia, the locals learned me all the ins and outs of the boomerang. I then designed a new type that's effective against BTs as well. You infuse it with Doom's blood before throwing it. The bigger the charge, the greater the potency. Naturally, most people would have to rely on blood bags sourced from donors, but since you have Doom's, you can also use your own blood on the spot. Unlike traditional firearms, it hardly makes noise. If your enemies don't actually see you throw it, they'll have a hard time finding you. That said, don't expect it to do too much damage to humans.
Not unless you manage to hit them in just the right spot, at least. One day they started sporting a whole lot more weaponry, including grenade launchers with custom tranquilizing gas rounds. Thing is, the brigands don't have a chiral printer at their base, as far as we know. So, where'd they get all the new hardware all of a sudden? Kind of worrying, don't you think? At this observatory, we focus on monitoring the behavior of tar currents. There's a patch of BT territory due north of here, and just beyond it is land that's currently being subsumed by tar. There's no telling when the facility will be lost to the tar as well. So it's important that we contribute to the research and development of countermeasures while we can. Incidents of tar current instability have grown more frequent, but we haven't been able to determine much more than that thus far. Thanks to the chiral network, though, we expect we'll be able to improve our instrument accuracy. We appreciate the help. Best of luck to you, Sam. The tar currents are acting up again. Guess it's back to work for me. Let's both keep on keeping on.
That was excellent work, Sam. Thanks to you, the better part of the Western continent has access to our services. Now it's time for you to head north and continue to expand network coverage. It is imperative that you connect all of Australia, stabilizing the environment and eliminating the remaining anomalies. There will be challenges, of course, but I know you have what it takes to overcome them. I expect more great things from you, in short.
Sam, this is Tom here. We believe that we finally determined the location of whatever's thrown the tar currents into chaos. The chiralium levels there are pretty high, though, and BTs are almost certain to be present as well. I hate to ask, but would you mind taking a look for us? It's close to your current position. I've sent you the coordinates. We're counting on you, Sam.
Order completed. Well done.
Well, sounds like another boss fight is on the horizon. And I think that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. It's been fun. Got to see the bushfires in action, which is quite daunting, to be honest. It's just like amazing how quickly the fire spreads. A couple of gatequakes, not too much combat, but this is Death Stranding. So a whole bunch of bats, which, yeah, not fun. I mean, I love bats, but electric bats that drain your batteries? No, thank you. Okay. So, I think in tomorrow night's stream, I'm going to head over here. I'm going to ammo up first. Don't know what's in store. But better over prepared than under. And thank you for joining the stream tonight. It's been fun. Made a bit of progress, but yeah, I'm not in a rush. All I hope is that in the northern territories of Australia, we come across crocodiles. I'm hoping there are some big saltwaters of crocodiles up here. Even if they act as bosses, that would be awesome. But, yeah, it's been fun. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that. I am going to make a phone call and play with some oil paints. So I'm very keen for that. Okay, and until tomorrow night, I'll be streaming 8 o'clock as usual. That's 8 o'clock South African time. So, yeah, until then, have a fantastic Monday evening and have a fantastic Tuesday tomorrow. Until then, take care and cheers.